Thank you for that wonderful welcome on behalf of my First Lady of 28 years, the First Lady of Indiana, Karen. We are so humbled and so grateful that so many families would come from all across the state of Indiana to continue this important tradition of the annual Governor's Iftar. And we were very humbled to be able to participate in our very first installment of this important event. I want to thank Dr. Sino for those stirring words and for the gracious introduction. We appreciate your work on the board of the Muslim Alliance of Indiana and appreciate your friendship to all the peoples of the state. And to Dr. Abdel Majid for that beautiful reading and rendition. Thank you for bringing your family down and leaving your 2-year-old in Fort Wayne. It is an honor to be with you today. And to Carrie Craig, the interim administrator of the Muslim Alliance of Indiana, to Ajur Khan, the chairman of the board, and to all those that are here this evening. I bring you greetings on this 9th annual Governor's Iftar dinner. This is a special night for our family. When I accepted the responsibilities as the 50th Governor of Indiana, I stood on a very cold day on the west front of our State House, just down the street from where we are today, and I said I have one ambition, and that is to make it my purpose to be the governor of all the people of the state of Indiana. And today, in collaboration again with this wonderful organization, in its second decade of leadership, we have an opportunity to make an installment in that commitment. And I thank you for that. Thank you for giving us the privilege to be a small part of a very special evening. And let me say to you, while we are not specifically in the State House, you are in the State House complex, and this is in every sense the people's house. And I want to pledge to you tonight, it'll be up to the people of Indiana whether we get 4 years or whether we get 8 years in this job. But I promise to you, as long as I am your servant as governor of the state of Indiana, this State House will be open to this community and to all Hoosiers. As governor of the state of Indiana, on behalf of the people of this state, let me take this opportunity to wish all Muslims a blessed and rewarding month of fasting and self-reflection. During this time, the 9th month of the lunar calendar, in this holy month of fasting, by your example, we are all reminded, Muslim and non-Muslim alike, of the most important things in life, and to focus our gratitude on those things in life that matter. We're reminded to give thanks for good health, while never forgetting those who suffer in our prayers. We are reminded of the sanctity and safety of this great, bountiful, and welcoming nation, which we all call home, and which gives Muslims, like all Americans, the comfort and freedom to sincerely engage in the humble spiritual renewal of our faith, in this case, in this special month of Ramadan. I think a great lesson that those of us who are non-Muslim can learn from Ramadan is that it is, for all intents and purposes, the great equalizer in your faith. From the very rich to the very poor, the example of Muslims across this state and this country and around the world is truly inspiring. Muslims the world over find common goodness in the challenges and rewards of the daily fast. The hunger and thirst you share allows us all to appreciate the gifts we have at home and, of course, in this blessed nation. I believe, as your governor, that Indiana must continue and ever be a state where every Hoosier and every Muslim in this holy month of Ramadan is equally entitled to his or her own opinion concerning the matters of their faith, I believe each and every Muslim should be entitled to live in an environment free of ostracism, intimidation, and reprisal. And we pledge to you to make this a reality. Uyghurs are a welcoming people. It has been true for almost 200 years. I should know, because mine is one of the families they welcomed. My parents grew up in Illinois. My grandfather grew up in Ireland. In fact, Karen and our kids will take a week vacation this summer and travel back and go to the site of my grandfather's boyhood home in Ireland. For those of you who speak with a Carmel accent that's a little bit different, just know that I grew up with an Irish brogue ringing in my ears. And I understand the experience of an immigrant family, and I cherish it. Apart from our Native American brothers and sisters, we are all immigrant families. We are all people who came to this country, enjoyed its bountiful benefits, the freedoms that we all enjoy, and we've done so as people that came here. And make no mistake about it, as much as I cherish my own faith, my own traditions, and my own heritage, we cherish yours. And Indiana is richer for our immigrants and richer for our diversity. I believe that. So I want to thank the Muslim Alliance of Indiana, all the members of your board and your leadership for making this evening possible, and for allowing Mrs. Pence and I to be some small part of this annual celebration. As you celebrate your second decade of leadership, guidance, and service to Hoosiers, let us also commemorate the strides that each of you have made since that time, more than a decade ago, when this organization was minted in this state, coming together in an important time in the life of our nation to affirm and lift up people in this state and in our communities who are cherished as neighbors and friends. You've made it possible to advance the pillars of justice, interfaith, engagement, that focuses on youth and hunger. You have, as Dr. Seno just described, been engaged in advocating, collaborating, empowering, and engaging, and most notably in service. So with that, I just offer you our heartfelt thanks on behalf of all the people of Indiana for the work of the Muslim Alliance of Indiana, for gathering in this important time, on this important night, and may you have a blessed and rewarding month of fasting and self-reflection. And God bless you all. Thank you.